Yo, what's up? Welcome. Lots ahead of us today. Last night we had an epiphany. Oh, last night we also got a whiteboard. Don't know if I'm gonna use it yet, but it's there. So, oh, I started drinking coffee again. We were coffee free for 5 months straight. We had 4 months gay, so 9 months total. But no, that's not funny. We kind of had this epiphany last night, which was to, okay, the camera's there. This epiphany last night was to restructure our nation systems models, and what that kind of looks like. Well, as of now, we have all of our models right here on the left side of the screen. Can I zoom in? Oh, no way. I could zoom in for you guys. Okay. These are all of our models. You know, your government belongs to your nation, and et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, as I built the game had like a couple models, and we just kept adding models. But now it's a little bit out of control. It started to get to a place where there's too many models just all around. So we're going to organize them into modules. For example, the happiness stat of your population, the happiness class belongs to the population stat module. So we have this folder now that will contain happiness, intelligence, freedom, and all the different individual population stats, because each individual population stat is determined based on some logic. But we also realized, rather than doing this top-down system of everything running all at once, we're going to reverse the model and have a bottom-up approach, which is to say that instead of, oh look, let's use the whiteboard. Whiteboard time. Look at all the reflections. It's not amazing. Well, actually, there we go. This way you could see it, and there's less reflections, maybe. Okay. That's the only color I have. So we kind of have things set up now where we have a game manager class, and the game manager class kind of, well, manages the game. And then kind of below that, we have your actual nation. The whole game revolves around your nation, right? And in that nation model, we have the good old progress method. This massive method is what gets run every time you hit the next button. And boy, does it do a lot. It hits everything from your economy model, which in turn is going to return something GDP, but it's also going to hit population. And, you know, as we just saw, happiness, all the other stats of population. It also hits government. And boom, basically, it hits a bajillion things. It's progress method. And then it returns all this data about your nation. That is the old way of doing things, I think. Instead, we're going to distribute the logic, if you will. Kind of more based on user actions. I don't know why it wasn't. When I think about this, I think, why was it not built this way to begin with? I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea how it even came to this, and I didn't realize it until now. But anyway, it's still going to be a game man. Irrelevant for now. Instead, it's going to work basically like when the user does something like updates the tax rate. Right? On that update, we then are going to check. Like, for example, we want to impact the population happiness, right? So we'll kind of just do like this check on like how this affects the population happiness. horrible explanation there, but okay. This is kind of a fresh idea. So this is really how it should be done. But the user actions are what are going to trigger a lot of things, which is sort of how the game is, but also not. It's kind of a hybrid, but really the progress method is the main way of doing things. Like for example, if you go to your budget and you change your spending and you're not spending enough money to support your infrastructure, that triggers a notification to let you know that. So we have triggers, but we also have this old thingy. So we're going to rewrite it to be the more the trigger way, if you will. Is the goal. One second, let me turn on my my fan. I'll be right back. Alrighty then. Oh, I thought that was kind of low. Yesterday we were testing the population happiness model thingy, and that's when we realized, wait, why are we doing this like set method? And then we were checking all this stuff, and like, oh my god. So I don't really know how to stop what we've started here, other than population stat. Yeah. Other than let's just leave this for a moment. Let's see where our spec left off too. Okay. Let's get rid of that binding.pry. Where's that binding.pry? That's always a fun game. Find the binding.pry. It wasn't here. All right, and this is the test that failed, but we're not even going to test this stuff anymore, so just want to leave my tests off where they were and not failing, even though we're not going to touch this and we're not really making many changes at the moment. So yeah, what I'm going to do basically is kind of restructure this a little bit. And then we're going to build around the new restructuring. That's my plan. That is my plan. So we have population stat module. I also want to add nation system. And we're going to go here. This is good. You know what? This is going to really screw things up. Okay, but we're just going to go for it. So things that belong to the nation. Yeah. So for example, budget, right? So the idea is we're going to have this thing called nation system. And inside of that, we're going to have all the nation systems, in this case, budget. How does this work as far as relationships? I don't know, because I've never really done this before. I'm pretty sure it's just the same, right? Let's ask ChatGPT. All right. If we decide to move some of the nation system models, i.e. technology, budget, etc., population, into the module nation system, how does this impact the relation, the association nation.rb as one budget budget. Well, actually, this would be nation system. Belongs to nation. I know it's a good way. ChatGPT, you're the one who told me to do it. I mean, I came up with it. But I guess what I'm really asking is how we adjust the associations. And then we will also have to adjust our tests, our spec files, which is not a big deal. That's actually pretty cool. Now that we have tests, we can change things and just run the tests. Oh, okay. So we just have to specify the class name. If in namespace models, and your namespace model belongs to a reference to nation model, since the nation is not namespace. Perfect. Cool. That's interesting, guys. That's interesting. So when we go back to our nation model and we go to our budget, we have to add this little line here that's what did I click on? That says class name. Well, this is going to make for a very, it's going to make this a lot of things, but the file should be structured according to the namespace app models, nation system, budget. When creating migrations for namespace models, ooh, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Those will automatically generate table names with the white space. For instance, a table name that would typically be named nation system budgets. This is important to remember when creating or modifying tables for these models. If I'm updating the file folder structure, we'll come back to that. This is going to change the schema, and it's a little nerve-wracking to change the schema because I have to think about that. I want to be able to use the existing database. That's right. So we can't change things too much. All right, let's we did this on budget, but let's do this on one of our specs that we're actually testing here. Which one are we testing? I guess let's just try with infrastructure. There we go. Module nation system. Now we're going to see a bunch of tests fail. Our spec models infrastructure. Oh, well, this is also going to fail because that's yeah, we have to change the spec as well. So we go to the spec, new folder, nation system, and then we're going to put infrastructure into that folder. Yes, we're going to move it. And then this is going to actually be nation system infrastructure. Let's just see how that Oh, right, that's not a file now. We have to do nation system. All right, everything fails. Nice. Awesome. Exactly what we wanted. It is better. If it succeeded, I would have been confused. Okay. Syntax error, unexpected local variable or method, expecting end. Sorry, in nation system budget. Oh. What did I do? What did I do? What actually did I do? It says, oh, not there. Over here. Budget, class name, dependent, false. That was a little typo there. All right, uninitialized constant, budget, uninitialized constant, infrastructure. Correct. Correct. That's correct. Because I have a feeling we now have to do this. Oops. And nation, nation system. I believe that's what we have to do. I don't know, that was a shot in the dark. Factory not registered budget. Oh, now why would we have to do that? Maybe we do, maybe we don't, I don't know. But we might have to then. Let's just see if this is even the right track. We could just continue to let that. That's just a variable. Nation system budget. No, that's right. That would make sense. Ah, all right. Enough shots in the dark. Let's actually use our brains here. Let's actually use our brains here. Oh, here's our brain. Here's my brain. You really don't need to think or do anything nowadays. It's amazing. We'll put you on hold since you're thinking too hard. ChatGPT tries so hard. So, okay. Oh, maybe we wrap this in a namespace. Factory should be a folder and then each factory should be its own file. Right now we set this, but we're not going to change it right now, but that is where we will get factory budget class. You have to identify the class. So it would be like budget, infrastructure. Okay. Yep. Yep. The rest of this makes sense. Where is my infrastructure spec? Yes. Okay. And let us run the test. Uninitialized constant infrastructure. Oh, but budget didn't have a problem, did it? Nation system infrastructure dot progress. Uninitialize a constant on infrastructure spec line at 20. Because that's not a thing, bro. Squeeze me. Oh my god, dude. What happened to good old Adam? Remember Adam, the code editor? Whatever. VS Code in some ways really annoys me. I'm not even going to get into it. Nation system : Yes, baby. Let's go. Woo! We passed them tests. We passed them tests like nothing, like butter. Okay, so that's cool. Our test passed. Let's see what's good about testing. We've now refactored the code, and we're confident. Maybe not 100%, depending on how much you trust your tests. But we're confident that this change will work. This will be a successful changing thing. Yeah. Okay. So now my other question for ChatGPT is, when we reorganize the project in this way, and this means we have to update the schema, correct? And this has to be done via migrations, because we want to be all right. ChatGPT is gonna explode over that one. Hopefully it understands my question there. Oh, The Office, folks. The Office is just an amazing thing. I can't wait to redo it. I'm building a wall, and then I'm putting my own door in. I could do. Oh no, I don't have my table saw here. All my tools are not here right now, so. Okay, let's see what this says. Reorganizing a project by namespacing some models does have implications for your database schema, but it doesn't necessarily require changes to your existing database tables. The key is to handle the active record class names and table naming conventions appropriately. Here's how to do that. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. Because we're not touching column names. The only thing we're touching in the schema is anything new we add, which is totally fine, but we're not adding anything new. Column names are staying the same, and default values in the schema will change, but adding default values in the schema is a-okay. Table naming by default, Rails creates tables names for namespace models by joining the name. I know that part. Just kidding. Overwriting table names. If you want to keep using your existing budgets table for the model, which is likely the case if you're importing. No way, you could just set the table name like that? No new migrations. After reorganizing your models, ensure that all references to these models in your codebase are updated. Model associations, active record queries, paths and routes, and then testing. So all I have to do is just set. So if we want to keep the same table names, okay, if we edit the schema, yeah, so we would go to, for example, our budget model, and in the budget model, right up there at the top, we would say self.tablename equals budgets, and this would keep it the same in our schema, because we go to schema and we go to budgets, boom, and then we don't have to rename this, and then the OG database will work just perfectly swell fine with that, and that's how we would do that. Backwards. God, whoa. Long time no see. What's up, dude? I don't recognize your username. You might have to refresh my memory a little bit. How you doing? So anyway, this is all... Oh God, what's the confession? Are you the hacker? Are you the hack attacker? You fell off. Oh, you fell off. Well, actually, that's okay. I fell off too. I got a little burnt out from the project. Yeah, that's about the time I fell off. I can't expect everybody to play a game that doesn't get quality updates, so I'm not even mad about it. I'm just glad everybody's coming back. You know what I mean? Yeah, 9 months. It was 9 months for me, so I think that's actually, well, I can look up exactly the last time I pushed an update to the game before recently. But this is kind of crazy. 8 months ago. We have, look at some files haven't even been changed for a year, but no, 8 months, 9 months ago. So 8 months ago was probably the last time I touched it, other than 13 hours ago. It was like 2 months of pure addiction, like refreshing every few hours. Yeah, yeah. The game's very addicting. Yeah. What would make it more addictive in your opinion, if you had to guess? And what's your nation name? Sorry, I don't recognize I don't recognize your Twitch username. I usually recognize people by their nation's name, because everybody changes their Twitch, and you know everybody changes their usernames nowadays. Okay. You do that, and then let me know. Oops, what did I just do? Well, I'm really excited that we get to keep our original table names. This should also be the case inside of infrastructure. Table name associations. Factories? Yeah, we'll put that later. Oh, okay. Jugad. There you are, 8 months ago. 8 months ago, that's right. Wow, you were a thriving country, thriving nation. 1.7 billion citizens in the prestige age. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a little reward for coming back. What do you want? What reward would you like? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Up to me? Okay, let's get creative. Let's see. Do I still have my admin panel? Oh, no way. It's okay. The game's going to change dramatically anyway, and it's going to be a whole new game, so. Nation badges. It nation equals nation dot find by slug. I don't know if that's your slug. It is your slug. At nation. All right. Send me your favorite emoji. Your favorite emoji. What the heck? Oh, maybe I can't do it there. Money tongue emoji? Okay. I have to remember how to do this. Money tongue emoji. I almost clicked that guy for a second. He looked like it for a second there, but that's the throw up guy. Oh dear, where is the money tongue emoji? There he is. I haven't created a nation badge in a while. Does it need a... No, it doesn't need that. Well, let's just see what happens if I do that. This is gonna take a second, because the method to adding nation badges is sadly very complicated. I think I have to put it this. dot badges equals, I think I have to make it an array. This is going to put a badge on your nation. Please work. Ah, nice. Check this out. Hold on. Wait, what? Current badge index 0. Show badge is set to true. Well, it says it's showing up. Interestingly, watching you use Rails ended up being helpful at my new job. Hello again. Fatal error. Remember to rest. Planet Orange Purple Ring. Planet Orange Purple Ring. I don't think your emoji showed up. Really? What's your job, dude? What do you do? Watching me use Rails has probably made you a worse programmer, to be honest. Yeah. Hey, dude, this is strange. Your nation badge should be showing up here. Well, I bet you have to be a premium user. Oh, you work at Code Academy? That's awesome. And you work in their payments team. Do you do programming? Do you code? Yeah, you have to be a premium user. No way. What language? Go. Before that, so Ruby was kind of alien. Interesting. Yeah, I tried working in Go, and it was honestly, it was a tough time. I'm not gonna lie. Go was like had a steep learning curve for me. I'm just so comfortable in Ruby on Rails. Mostly did Go. That's kind of the problem. But I've since branched out to other languages. I've done some React, some Flutter, but those are front end frameworks. Python, but a lot of glue code in Ruby on Rails. It's like monolith Go service setup. Interesting. Well, I'm glad I helped you in some small way. You've probably learned exactly what not to do working Ruby on Rails. I've done so many things wrong throughout the years, and actually, we're finally doing things right. Sort of. That's a bold statement, but we're doing TDD now. So you're supposed to have a badge by your username. Like you're supposed to have a badge here. You're supposed to have your emoji should be showing up, and it's not. I don't see it showing up. I don't know why, dude. I tried. So instead, we'll do well. You have another surprise. I won't say what it is publicly, but you might notice when you log back in. Yeah. You're a walking bug. Yeah, I'm like a walking Trojan horse at this point. That's how well things work. So we're testing the code, and then we're kind of doing this refactor. We're actually we're basically rewriting the whole game right now, but we're doing a lot of more conventional practices and better Ruby code to increase usability and performance and security. But really, ultimately, we're writing a new API so that we can have a React native front end and have an actual mobile app on the market. And the mobile app is going to be much more real time. Actually, that's what I was describing earlier over here. This is how it was a mess, and this is what we're doing now. But yes, we've been doing our model. Wait, I just ran test, didn't I? Ignore that. First of all, infrastructures. And the way we're writing this is to basically be able to use the same database Yeah, we got a whiteboard. Yeah, actually, it's on wheels. Yeah, that's kind of cool, huh? I just dug this up last night. It was in my garage, and I wanted a whiteboard to write some ideas on. So it kind of worked out. Right, because this is in the wrong file. So we have to switch all of our tests around now. I didn't even know we had tests for budget. That should do it. There we go. So we have our oh geez. Okay. Fails. Couldn't find a valid model for infrastructure association. Yeah, because that's in our factories, I believe. Oh no, we have nation system infrastructure here. And we have the table name. It's in here. We have to change so many things now where we're refactoring. How long does running bundle exec RSpec take for you? Well, we don't have a lot of tests right now, so that long you just saw it. But as you can see, we only have like 40 something examples, I think. And it's a little slower when I'm streaming. When I'm off stream, it goes faster. So, but I haven't like timed it or anything. Oh, really? Well, do you test file by file or do you run the whole test? Because usually if I'm working in a spec, you know, I'll go models, nation systems, oops, and then like budget, and I'll just run this specific file. Yeah, just one spec file, and that still takes a long time. Yeah, that's how long it takes. You just saw it there, except we have a lot of models I haven't touched yet. And you're coming at an awkward time because I'm about to do some bad code practices right now. I'm gonna make a bunch of changes and then do several commits within my changes, rather than committing each time I go. Because just don't do anything I do at work. And the reason is just because we're now taking all of these models that we have, not all of them, but a lot of them, resource, technology, public service, and we're putting them into the nation system module, just like how our population stats are going into population stat module. And the reason why we're doing that is just for better organization in the project, so that we don't have this like massive list of just models, because we're gonna have to create some more models for the new features. So yeah, actually, you know what? Let's get a commit going here. The first one we did was budget. Let's add that, and let's add the change to our factories, and let's add what's good. Yo, Benny, what's up, dude? Stockridger, Benny Studios, and back in the stream chat. Doing Benny, what do you do in your studio? Do you make music? I remember you made music or something. And video games. Don't you make games as well? Benny does a lot of stuff in his studio, actually. Spec factories. I'm having a very difficult time using my brain right now. I already lost focus. Music and games. Nice. We have our budget spec. We're not going to touch the population stuff for a moment. And then we have app models nation system, app models population stat, app models nation system, Okay, so we're only touching this for now. Population spec models nation system. Sorry guys, I have to focus for just a second, and then I'll get back to chat. So all the structure. All right, we're gonna have to tie in infrastructure and budget into together. And nation. Actually, that's fine because we did. The only reason why we changed the nation model was to update the associations. Okay. Organize budget and infrastructure into nation system module path. All right, cool. All right, back to the chat. Oh, I swear, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the chat going crazy, but I guess that was just my eye. You guys are quiet today. We got let's see, Benny, what's your nation name again? And also, what games are you working on these days? Oh, I just went to my website / my website. That was silly. That was a silly thing to do. Hey, where's my mouse is being weird. Jugad. Oh yeah, that's right. Mianek. Am I saying that right? Mianek? Of course, capped at 12 billion. Wait, where's your GDP? Is GDP on here? 4.98 trillion. Redacted. Oh yeah, because you can't spy on people. Except it says it right there. I know, I love dark mode. I have to put my whole computer in dark mode. You know what's weird? This bothers me so much. If you go to, and I can't figure out why, if you go to BitNations.com, dark mode doesn't work. It's the weirdest thing. It's identical. I mean, it's just a domain name and it's pointing to the same exact app. There's no difference. The code, like everything is identical. It just is a different URL or domain. And I've even cleared the cache and everything. So BitNations.com does not have dark mode. On BitNations.com or .co? Even Google and LinkedIn can't figure that shit. It honestly works by accident. So I don't touch any of the dark mode front end because it started working one day, and then I was like, okay, yeah, on .co, oh, on .com. Damn, why does it? It's so bizarre. It doesn't work for me. Oh yeah, it works on my Safari browser. So it's literally just my Brave browser. That's so weird. And I bet you it works on my Firefox as well. How many Firefoxes do I have? Why do I have 2 Firefoxes? I'm such a non-fan of... Oh yeah. What's going on here? Connection not secure. I have HTTPS. Oh. Oh, now it works. Okay, it just took a sec. Yeah, dude, it's just my Brave browser. Brave's anti-fingerprinting? Maybe. I mean, it's not effective anyway. Yeah. What are my things set at? Oh, I don't even have shields. I have my shields down on BitNations. Let me turn it down on BitNations.com. Oh my god, that's what it was. What? Dude, for the longest time, I can't even tell you how long I tried this, like how long I spent trying to fix that gosh darn bug. Like redeploying the app, reconnecting the... And it was literally because Brave's fingerprinting blocks. Wow, whoever, you're a genius. And if I turn it off, wow, okay, well, whatever. Months and months and months of work. Just kidding. Fortress America, Centrist Republic. Ooh, Big Randy. Who are these people? Are they on the stream right now? Oh look, Randy's got a special emoji. Wow, the population is extremely unhappy. What did he do to them? Joe Biden. That's funny. Dude, I don't know why your emoji doesn't show up. I'm quite sad about that. Let's see if it tried to show up. No. Oh well. We got to get back to work. I didn't even make sure my tests were passing before I made that commit, but I believe they are. We're not going to touch populations for a moment. Your nation is too perfect. Yeah, that's why. So we're going to have under population stat, we're going to have intelligence and all that other stuff. All right, I need to start uncommenting some code here because I do not want to commit commented code. All of these methods are undefined. So when we run our test, it's going to explode. Population spec. Oh, population. Dude, I don't know. Spec? Okay, what was the other one then? Population. That? Oh. Okay, somehow all the tests are passing, even though we did some silly things. My nation is too perfect. Well, I can change that actually. Yeah, maybe I should change that. The other thing we want to do is let's just go ahead and move population. Oh wait, dude, no. Okay, so population is going to exist within nation system, but then the stats are going to live within population stat. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't even know if I want to touch that right now. What's the word I'm looking for? Extrapolate. We'll just do that for now. Monkas. I love dark mode on this game. I think it's superior. How can we make this game more addicting? Notifications. Well, I think for the mobile version, it's gonna work. I mean, it's not gonna be like Clash of Clans. Well, it is kind of. You're gonna be able to build up. You're gonna have a map, and you're gonna be able to put your buildings on the map, and you're gonna be able to go to war with other nations, and it's technically real time. Like, it's not turn-based, but it takes time to attack your opponent. Like, if you're gonna march 1,000 infantry and then a really long distance to go to your enemy, because now we have maps, so there's this thing called distance. It could be like, oh, it's gonna take like 3 hours for them to get there and attack. So you could attack a closer target, maybe it only takes 45 minutes. You could attack a farther away target, and every attack costs fuel, because how else are you gonna get fuel and food? Everything costs resources. The new system's going to be maybe a little more challenging of a game, but a little more fun and a little more real time. But first, we got to finish this rewriting this API and testing it and refactoring it. So one thing at a time. So the first thing we want to do is we actually want to go into our nation systems here. We're going to put everything under the nation system module. Just don't ask me, please. So we're going to put government, not population. We're going to come back to that. Economy, healthcare, land. Military is going to be its own thing, probably. Population, public service, resource, technology, treasury. That's it. That's all the nation systems. So then in here, we're gonna have to open up these guys. And let's make sure, firstly of all, they all have belongs to nation in them. Oops. We're gonna set up that associations. Because I'm being OCD and I wanna make sure everything's the same. Good, that's good. Good. We don't even use, oh yeah, we do use the healthcare model. Government model really needs to be refactored, dude. Economy? How, oh, we haven't been doing any economies. Wow, we have a lot to do. Okay, then the next thing I want to do is, this is like, for example, infrastructure. Yeah, we're just gonna put everything into a nation system like that. Nation system module. There's maybe a faster way to do this, but I'm gonna worry about that. Okay, land we'll have to rewrite the that's for that. How large is the database? You know, honestly, I haven't checked it in a minute. Like, do you want to know the size in megabytes? I actually have a, I don't have the latest on my computer, but I have a database that I could probably check real quick. Let's see, the last one, as of October 7th, 50 megabytes. The database was 50 megabytes. Yeah, it's for 50 megabytes, that's basically, wow. So it's basically 1 megabyte per 1,200 users. So for 1,000, roughly 1,200 users, that takes up only 1 megabyte of data. Damn, your nations are small. Well, I mean, understandable. We don't have graphics or anything. We're not saving pictures and images and videos and all that crap. Just kidding. Everything is just text. The whole app. Hold on. I'm actually curious what the size of the whole app is. It's probably pretty big. Yeah, it's 2.2 gigs because there's so much crap in. But the good news is the API. So the current app is 2.2 gigs, the whole repo. And our API being rewritten is 241 megabytes. And as far as, excuse me, code goes, we're maybe a third of the way there. So yeah, it's like, it's going to be under a gig maybe. Yeah, our new API will be under a gig. So like 1/3 the size of the current app. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, so of all these nation systems, we need to redo our tests for technology, and we need to redo our tests for land, because those are the only two with logic in them right now. The rest are just hanging out and not really doing anything. And the other thing we are going to have to do is we're not touching nation report yet. We're not touching population yet. But the rest of these we are. We run it on, oh wait, megabytes are much smaller than I thought. We run it on in MIM SQLite. It'll be blazing fast. What do you run on SQLite? Your stuff at work? Yeah, we're on Postgres for this system. Probably could investigate, but I don't really want to change my database at this time. Maybe in the future. Want to line these up, yeah. There we go. I don't like the way that looks either. Not that this matters for the code, but it does make it easier to read for me at least. Just to line things up. Hey, wait a second. We didn't do military yet. That's not in... We're not doing military yet. All right. SQLite. Wait, what's nmem? In-memory database. What memory though? Like which memory? Like RAM? Or like what memory is it running in? Do you know? Oh wow, the new GPT is all over the place. Okay. Yeah, your server's memory. Wow. Yeah, the RAM of the host machine. Oops. Each memory database is local to the connection. To share between connections, a shared cache can be used. That's interesting. Is that what you guys use? But then when the connection's closed, you lose that data, right? So you have to then, at some point before the connection's closed, transfer that from RAM to storage. Is that right? If you want to keep it. If you don't want to keep it, then it doesn't matter, right? But if you want to keep it long term, you would have to like move it into storage, right? First, we're going to do land and technology. Nation system. Oh. Honestly, there's probably some things I can keep in RAM of the server and some things but a lot of stuff has to be saved in long-term storage. But there's probably a lot of things I can do in RAM until it's ready to go into long-term storage, to be honest. Because yeah, that's a possibility. But then I'd have to switch to database type. But I don't know. I haven't really used SQLite. Not saying it's, I mean, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's fantastic. All right, so we specified the class for these models, their location, and then we specified nation system. And one other thing I want to do just to be, since we're doing this, is our table name. Which is going to be lands. This has no impact on our tests, but I just want to get it in here before I forget. Technologies. All right, well, these tests are probably going to fail anyway. models, nation system, land. Uninitialized constant. Whoa. Did I close my land spec? There we go. Uninitialized constant technology. And generate nation systems. Oh, I don't even need that anymore. I do need that, but not right now. Excuse me. Undefined method kilometers for oh god, now what have I done? Open up my factories again. Just to make sure we have an association to nation. That's correct. Well, not complete proper TDD because the code's kind of already written. So we're backwards TDDing a little bit. Because I mean, this is a new API we're writing. This is right here is the original app. So what we're kind of doing is restructuring it, and then we're writing tests for all the original logic. But sometimes we do the tests first, and then we write it. It just depends. But I'm pretty much always referencing the original logic, original code. But right now, I already wrote these tests last week on stream, and now we're just moving our file folder structure around. So I'm just making sure these tests pass with the new file folder structure, and they're not. No. First of all, we shouldn't be calling kilometers on nation budget. Oh, I probably copied and pasted something. All right, I definitely copied and pasted something wrong somewhere in the land spec. What did I do? Undefined method, land spec line 4, line 9. Oh no. Land, create land, nation system land. This is land. Why is it? What am I missing here? Why is it doing this on nation? Why is it creating a budget? I must have copied and pasted something wrong somewhere. Yes, I did. I'm so silly. All right, that was so dumb. That was actually so. Hey, you know what? It could have been more dumb. All right, uninitialized constant land. So just to be sure, this is now nation system land. Good. So now in our land spec, expect land errors kilometers to include. This is now going to be nation system land max kilometers. There we go. So that's what we're doing. I make some changes and then I have to make sure that that's passed again. And I'm trying not to do this. I'm trying to just like do one file at a time. So let's run everything real quick. So we got our land pass, but we have other broken things. Yeah. So now all of these spec files are in the wrong place. So like economy, government, healthcare, investment, public service, resource, and treasury. Then the problem is going to be God. Right. I just said I'm not trying to do everything all at once, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. So we're going to do it all at once, but we're going to commit it. Don't judge me. We're going to commit it in little sections. We want small commits. I do at least. Factories. And let's split this. Okay. So starting with land. This one checks out. Okay, treasury is now nation system treasury. Oops. Nation system treasury. And that also means we have to change the class inside of our factories. Yeah, no, that's a very, I've used that commit message before for sure on this game. Oh man, yeah, basically, yeah. Some of my commit messages have been funny. I wish there was a way to find all the funny commit messages without having to scroll through all the commit messages. I started becoming like a little more professional the last time I worked on this game. Like everything's a lot of merge requests. I mean, we could look at some of the commits here. They're all just merged. They're more. It's all merging pull requests. But maybe if I go to the dev branch. Oh, I don't even think I. Oh, I've been skipping staging this whole time. I just realized. That was the only commit message. Refactor everything. Yeah. Yeah, look at how professional this looks now. Update index. Oh, typo. Precompile assets. Add moderator role to users. Use pundit for permissions. Issue edit form. If we go back in time to when I was like less professional, yeah, I'm gonna have to rebase the staging branch. I bet you there's some pretty funny. There's some silly ones in here. Damn, I was too professional for too long. Look at these little things, little commit messages. This commit message might as well just be rewrite the whole app. Add some examples. Okay, so anyway, we've successfully updated treasury. We've successfully updated technology. Nation system. Is for resource. We don't even have resource in our factory. We're gonna have to please don't judge. We are I can't believe I could use resource like this. This should be a namespace. This should be reserved by Rails, but it's not. And even I get confused by it. Watch, now it's the one time it's not going to work is here. Nation system resource, and we don't want to touch that. Nation system resource, okay. Nation system public service. And do we even have public service in here? I'm gonna add these. Being a single dev on a project has its perks. Yeah, it definitely has its perks. Like how you can do whatever you want without someone yelling at you. There's still consequences, but nation system investment. I'm pretty sure we have investment in here, don't we? Oh no, of course not. That's a new one. Our factories are going to be broken into single files, but for now it's just all in one. But eventually it will be, you know, a factories folder, and then each factory will be its own file. But for now we're just keeping it all in here because we're not at that point yet. Nation system investment. Nation system healthcare. I'm gonna keep these ones together because they're similar. Oh, is healthcare 2 words? No, I think I actually have healthcare as 1 word. Healthcare. Factory of factories. Yeah, basically, factory of factories. Nation system. All right, and then the last one is economy, nation system, economy. Factory. What would happen if I even did that? I'm very inexperienced with TDD. I'm very new to our spec and factory and all that. That's what we're about to find out right here. Nation system investment, uninitialized constant nation system investment. Did I not put investment in here? No, it's in there. And aha. Oh. Yeah, this has to also go in there. Yeah. Module nation system. And I'm gonna do our associations belongs to nation, and we're gonna do our I think it's a database table. Oh, did I not add all the table names to that? Okay, we'll do that later. Did that. This is why it's bad to do so many changes at once. Yikes. Good. We have some fails. What? It actually ran. Oh yeah. Now my background job has to change. See, this is what happens when you refactor everything at once. Everything's so interconnected. Great. But it's good we're doing it now, because when we write the rest of this app, oh my god, it's gonna be way more interconnected. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, I have to take a quick break because I'm gonna grab some gum in the other room, so, and maybe another coffee. So like, I'll be back very soon. Just give me 1 sec. And I'm back. See how fast that was? Okay. Uninitialized constant research. Nation after destroys associated technology systems. Well, of course it couldn't do that because we never created it to begin with. Oh. Okay, so yeah, actually, this we're gonna keep this here. We have to do this for every nation system. Is there a better way to do this? Let me know in the chat. I so far don't know of a better way to do that. Didn't I just space these all to be nice and readable? I thought I did. Anyway, this whole system specifically might want to switch in OBS. Oh, wow. Thank you, producer. I should have switched it earlier. Okay, nation system technology. So this is what I'm talking about. So first of all, we have all these systems. I call them nation systems. I'm going to move these two for a second because we're going to redo the way military works. And population, we'll keep it there for now. But eventually that's going to change. So actually, let me put this up here for now too. So firstly of all, we have all these systems here. And when a new nation is created, there we go. Nice big ugly blocky code. When a nation is created, we basically generate the systems all like this. And when a nation's destroyed, all the systems get destroyed because we have this dependent delete, which is really fancy. It's really nice. Before I knew this existed, I manually wrote a method to delete all the systems when a nation gets deleted, and then I discovered this. That'd be funny if you could do dependent create. Wait, no. That's not a thing. What's the class name thingy? Why is it all budget? Oh god, what are you talking about? Where? What's all? Oh my Jesus. You scared me. I think it's not supposed to be budget. No, nothing. Don't worry about that. Just look somewhere else. Look somewhere else. That's don't worry about that. That was just a placeholder. It doesn't really matter, really. Wouldn't really focus on that in particular. I mean, it's a good question. It's a good question, but it's not really what we're here to discuss, okay? Okay. I did scare me for a second because I thought something more serious was wrong, but it turns out it was just embarrassing. Oh, that one actually is budget. Okay, wait. So now everything's okay. That's why I'm confused. Good work, detective. You saved the code base. No, but to answer your question on what that actually is, I don't know why I'm doing this right now. It just makes it, I like the way it looks. It's easier for me to just look at things. Apparently it didn't help me at all. Best rubber ducky in the world. What is that? What's that from? That sounds like of a reference. I'm too autistic to get it. You are the best rubber ducky in the world. So anyway, to answer your question, so infrastructure is a model that belongs to nation, just like all these other ones. But if you remember, we put all of those models inside the nation system module. So that's why we want to keep this to just be infrastructure. So we're specifying the class name is actually nation system infrastructure. You know what I mean? That's all that is. I mean, in the OG game, you didn't need this whole entire line because it was just in the same folder, but we've put it in a different folder now. After we create a nation, we generate the nation systems. That's this method here. Yeah. I'm gonna just ask a silly question here. Don't look at my ChatGPT history, bro. I don't want to put that on stream, bro. It could be embarrassing. Okay. In Rails, in a Rails model, when assigning a has one association, you can do to delete that thing when the parent is destroyed. Can you also do this for creation? Example. It's gonna yell at me. It's gonna be like, no, you can't do that. What are you, stupid? ChatGPT probably thinks I've been programming for 10 years. And it's unbelievable. I just use ChatGPT for everything. I don't even Google things if I don't have to. I don't even Google documentation because you have to read documentation. ChatGPT's already read it. So when you just ask it questions, destroy, delete, or nullify, there's not a direct equivalent for create. If we were to try to Google search that, we'd be wasting minutes and minutes and minutes and maybe like 20 minutes. And ChatGPT just does all this for us. I don't even think anymore. I literally don't. ChatGPT is my brain. I'm just a better copy and paster. Oh yeah, how is Copilot? I was paying for it for the last year and I never used it, so I canceled it. I couldn't get it to integrate. Like it wasn't working in my VS Code. And I don't really like VS Code. I mean, I do and I don't. Like it never seems to really work for me. But I had Copilot, I had the plugins, I had it all set up, and like I would do the tab complete, and it wouldn't do jack shit. So how does it actually work when it's set up properly? I need to know. Oh, that should be in a private method. Yeah, come to think of it, why is that not in a private method? Anyway, create default budget. So after create, generate nation systems. Nation systems create. Perfect. I use the Amazon variant of Copilot. What is that? What's the Amazon variant of Copilot? Works pretty well, like autocomplete, but better. Copilot. Oh, it's called Copilot as well. Oh, it's the same GitHub Copilot, but just in Amazon instead of VS Code. All right, I'm putting things together. Oh, Code Whisper. I've actually heard of Code Whisper. The only thing I don't like about it, well, the way I code when I work with ChatGPT is I don't really have it. I mean, it does write code for me, but I'm really asking it like questions more or less, like what we just did. Hey, is there a way to do this? Or like, should I refactor the code this way? I kind of keep it like high level, but that's not true because other times I'm like, hey, I want to do this. Could you write it for me? It's an AI powered code generator that generates the code suggestions. It doesn't, what's it called? Oh man, what's that website called? The one where you, yeah, of course it has the chat interface. Everyone has a chat interface today. I didn't mean that passive aggressively. What's that other site called where you can like code up anything in the web browser? Oh God, how am I blanking on this? It was actually Ahmed. It's Ahmed's company. He like invested in my last company. I literally don't remember what it's called right now. It's his company. He's always tweeting, so he'll show up here. No, not really. That's great. Yeah. Have you guys used, speaking of AI assistants, have you guys used Grok? Oh, that's why he tweeted that, because it's his own company. Where's the website to it? Yeah, but where's Grok? Where's the website? Vercel? No, not Vercel. No, sorry, we got distracted. He tweets all the time. Wow, he's not tweeting today. Where's search? It's gonna come to me right. Did I unfollow him on accident? Oh my God, Drupal. No, not Drupal. God, what's it called? Guys, come on, you know it. Oh, really? Interesting. I haven't even heard of that one. How do I use Grok? Have you guys used Grok? Elon Musk's AI? XAI? Is that actually their... Is this their official thing? Alright, I think those are the official things. I'm gonna follow them. Just nothing. What about XAI? What's on here? Just X.ai. Is this where Grok lives? Okay, cool. Yeah, a bunch of bullshit that I'm not gonna read. I just wanted to try it. Find. Okay, we're getting distracted. What is the platform online where you could create any app? It like will spin up a Python or a Rails server in the browser. We could all code together. You could download other code. They have bounties. Oh, this Find is cool. All right, I'm gonna try Find as well. Replit, yes, thank you, Replit. I met the founder of Replit. Wow, they've changed their website. I like the old one. Oh, this is not bad. Having a fancy website's pretty overrated. I don't want to log in. I don't want to do this right now. Anyway, the reason why did I bring up Replit? Oh, because they also have an autopilot code thingy. I don't know who powers it. Probably ChatGPT. But I've never used Replit. Every time I've tried to use Replit, I've immediately lost interest. I don't know why. And yeah, actually, I don't know why. I should adapt. Otherwise, I'm going to get left behind. Guys, Find uses GPT-4. Just FYI. All these, what they call wrapper companies, because if you go here, oh crap, I do not want to do that. There's like tax GPT, you can ask it tax questions. I want this gone, by the way. Why is tax GPT here? You can add specific GPTs now. So basically Find could be its own thing here. What is this? What does this button do? Oh, explore. So how do I add these? Oh, I just click on it. I've never used they have their own models for Copilot, like completions. The guy built the original Code Academy code sandbox. Did he really? I didn't. That makes sense that he would build that and then go on to build Replit. He invested in my last company, Odyssey, right before it failed. Right before it went bankrupt. Right before it just blew up. So can Dolly generate can Dolly generate images? I don't need this chat anymore. Oh yeah, that's when we were. That was when we had it doing some things. Late on taxes, low income, in-memory SQLite pros and cons. Let's clean this. Let's clean up my ChatGPT history here. Okay. Their own model. Oh, fuck! Closed my whole browser by accident, dude. I hate it when that happens. Okay. What? Show me a picture. No. Generate what could be an app icon for a mobile game where users create a nation and progress from the Stone Age to the future economic ages and go to war with each other. Boom. Let's see it. Give me something. Why is TaxGPT just hanging out here? Thank you. Just go away. I haven't played around with the new GPT stuff other than just asking it to code for me basically and doing my job. Okay, I'm gonna put that off screen for a second. Anyways, uninitialized constant research job technology in the app jobs research job file. But I can tell you right off the bat. See, you know what I don't like about VS Code? When I double click and do Command D, it doesn't take into account capitalization. That literally infuriates. Oh, is that? Oh, I just fixed that. Never mind. That's been bugging me forever, and I just fixed it. Nation system. Nice. Fewer failing. Only 2 failing tests, and they are in the nation destroy, uninitialized constant technology in the nation spec. That would make sense because ooh, that's weird. Nation system technology count by 1, but uninitialized constant technology just in general. Yeah, I gotta rewrite that test anyway. Ruby's editor support in general bugs me. Even jump to definition. Oh man, dude, are you talking about in like terminal? When you're in the terminal window and you're in like a Rails console? Yeah, if that's what you're talking about, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I absolutely despise it. Like, you're talking about this thing? See, it doesn't even work. I hate it. Command click on a class name. Where's the class? There we go. Command click. What's wrong with that? Even jump to definition, but it just worked. Man, what happens if I click on nation system? That just opens up a folder, I guess. I don't know. It just works perfectly for me. I don't know. Maybe you have a special version of Rails. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, probably doesn't work. I can imagine it. Well, what would be a complex case? I'm just curious. Maybe for classes, maybe for variables, or really just classes. Oh, it's an old Rails. Yeah, maybe it gets confused with the older version. That's very possible. Okay. So anyway, the problem. Oh shit. I cleared out my tests, so I don't know why they failed. All right. So there's one failure, and then wait, what? How is there just one failure? Nation system technology spec. Again, it's just this right here. Nation system. This is gonna be like, we have like 7 commits in one thing right now. We have to separate them all out and do it file by file. Oh my god, a failed test. Uninitialized constant technology. Oh, and also in technology spec on line 59. Wait, that is nation system technology to count by -1. Let's make sure. Technology determine age updates the nation age based on technology. Technology.ages. Ah, so where's that technology spec? We're in the wrong spec. Yeah, because it's actually going to be nation system technology ages. Wow, I just realized how many things are going to have to change across this app when we get to the other stuff. All right, all the tests are passing. And look at all this. So now we got to start breaking down our commits. Well, first things first. Well, hold on. That's not the spec file. Okay, we need to go back to this, all these changed files. And we need to make sure that the table name is updated for each of these. For example, how we did here on technologies, we also need to do for the rest of these. I did not mean to rhyme. Treasuries and resources and public services, get add, get commit, refactor everything. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to keep it somewhat small. You'll see, it's not gonna be, it's actually not that bad. It looks way worse because these are all deleted. Really, it's only 3 files up here, and then these were all just, it's just moved. Actually, we might be able to do it in just 2 commits. All right. Table name public services. And uh-oh, I guess I accidentally copied whatever I had highlighted over there. Land is done. And it's going to be investments. There is shame in it. Health cares. The senior engineer at BitNations would yell at me if I did that. Governments. And economies. Now, because I just changed a bunch of stuff, I'm just going to run back again. Dolly's stuck on creating this image still. Okay, so the test pass. So what did we do? Well, first of all, we moved. Maybe we could do this in 1 commit, because all we did was we moved. Oh, hold on now, because we had to make some changes there. No, all we did was move the nation systems into the nation system module and as well as the spec. So honestly, you're right, dude. We're just gonna do it all in 1 commit. Move nation systems into nation system module, move specs. What if we gave GPT the whole git diff? And dude, honestly, that was a good idea. Crap, we should have done that. But it wouldn't have known what actually changed in each file. It would have just on the file changes. But that's something I would do for sure. I'm all about being lazy. So these generate systems. Infrastructure, public service, investment, government, healthcare, technology, resource, treasury, economy, budget, land. Now we just have to make these capital letters. And then we're going to have to rewrite our test here. There we go. We have all the nation systems being built. Git diff would have a git patch like output. Wait, hold on a second. Let me catch up on what you said. Ask it would, right? With actual git. Oh, git diff. Oh yeah, totally. Yes, it would. Sorry, I misunderstood what you said. Oh, I didn't save the file. Yeah, git diff. Sorry, dude. I thought you meant git status, which would have been that. Oh yeah, if we give it the git diff, yeah, we'll do that next time. But let's try it on this thing. So now we need to go to our nation spec. Let me type something technology spec here. Determine age, start research, set default values. That's all fine. Nation spec. Destroys associated technology systems. After create, it generates all these systems. So I guess like, which technology? Okay, good, is there. They have the new large context models as well. What do those do? infrastructure, public service, blah, blah, blah. So this should be making sure everything is like there and happy. And dude, this is weird to public service is spelled wrong. Where did I? Oh, yeah. Public service spelled wrong. So instead of the usual, oh, cool. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And so instead of the usual 8,000 token limit for input plus output, they can do a 128k tokens. Wow. Who's they? Is that just in like ChatGPT or in general a bunch of the AI assistants now have large context models? That's great because I don't know if GPT models. I don't know if it has much to do with what I've experienced, but I like to have a lot of context when I'm talking to ChatGPT. Okay, this is never going to create an image. For example, this conversation about TDD on this project, it has so much context on, like, look at this. And the thing is, the more we're doing here, the slower it goes. You look all the way from the very beginning. And now we're here. I don't know if that has to do with that at all, to be honest. I have no idea. But it goes so slow. If I just start a new chat, it goes very fast. If that does that make sense? Like what I'm saying? Okay, now we need to expect nation.destroy to, so I'm going to ask it a question right now. Yeah, it's like slower. Yeah. Yeah, because it barely even loads. What is the best way to write this expect when we have several change? We want to also expect yeah, it'll get slower with the input length. Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. But with the context too, right? Is that what you're saying? Would it also get slower with the context, like all these previous? Because is it re-inputting this whole conversation every time I make a new request? I don't know how it works, to be honest. I should know that. Is it storing it in like a local memory? Probably in memory SQL RAM right there. Just kidding. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what's happening then. That's why it's so slow. Compound expectations. RSpect allows you to combine multiple expectations into a single expect block using .and. Okay. That's basically what we wanted to do. So .to change, and then we're going to do this .and. Like that. And as well, we're going to, well, you know what? Because we're lazy, we're going to copy that. And we're going to put that there. And then we're going to this here. What did I just do? Hold on. Let me use my brain for once. Hold on. Okay. BitNations is a revolution tool, and yet nobody still talks about it. Well, B1 did. B1 it. Let me tell you, everybody's talking about it now. But thank you for that wonderful comment. OpenAI folks did a behind the scenes talk recently. I actually have a perfect video snippet for you. It can't send links, but if you put it in the Discord, I'll see it. Link the timestamp bit of the talk where they talk about how it works. Dude, if you want to know a really good breakdown of how it works, check out this article. You're about to see all my most random ass bookmarks, but I don't care. I have a... Hey dude, where's my ChatGPT bookmarks? Yeah, by Wolfram. Oops, there goes my webpage. All right, this article, if you like reading, I never even finished it. It's quite extensive, but it really breaks down exactly how it works. Conceptually, I understand it. But anyways, I'm going to send you that. Oh, the Discord invite. What's going on here? I don't know if it'll let me send links. If I can send links to my own thing. The Discord invite. Well, it's on the website. If you go to here, I believe, copy link address. Let me send that into the chat. Unless that's expired. No, it's not expired. Yeah, and just send it to me in there, I suppose. Oh, it never generated the picture. Stop creating images. Yeah, okay, screw you, dude. I didn't even want to use you anyway. Get away. Hide. Oh, did you just join? Okay, cool. I saw somebody just join. I assume that's you. Okay, so and change, blah, 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 blah. So actually the first one is infrastructure. There we go. And change. This is what we are going to do. Uh-oh. What, dude, why is budget always just randomly somewhere? So let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that is right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. The other thing about this test, something's gonna blow up. Oh, it worked. Oh, cool. Thank you. And in case you... There we go. Let's pull this up right now, actually.
To make this happen here. So in order to better introduce some of these topics, let me give a quick intro or refresher into how these AI models work at all. So when you ask ChatGPT a question, we take your text, chunk it into tokens, turn each token into a vector of numbers, then just multiply that through hundreds of billions of model weights, which are gradually tuned through gradient descent by predicting the next word for all words on the internet. We then take the odds of the next most likely token and repeatedly, token by token, word for word, ChatGPT will eventually spit out your conference talk.
Wow.
In this architecture, each token is also aware of every single other token. And this is known as self-attention. And the longer your text or context, the more math you need to do. Unfortunately, self-attention scales quadratically. The longer your text, quadratically, the more math you have to do. And additionally, there are all these expensive projections that you need to map things across dimensions. So there are initially sounds bad, but there are a couple relevant properties here. First, you can cache the math you did on all prior tokens. This is known as a KV cache. So KV refers to these three major named matrices that are used in the attention.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The third Q, which you might hear, it actually changes every time and can't be cached. So it's really just about the name for the eternals here.
That's pretty cool. Thanks for sending that. Uh-oh. What happened to my music? Oh. All right, so these tests are passing. When we create a nation, we expect all these systems to be present. And when we did... we don't need that anymore. And when we destroy the nation, we expect all those systems to be destroyed. Yeah, good. Let's do what you recommended here. I wonder if this is going to be too big of an input. Let's say write a commit message. Let's create a new chat. Let's see what it comes up with. No. No. I don't want it to tell me how to create a get message. I want it to create the get message for me. Ah, ChatGPT. There we go. That's it. That's a horrible commit message. I hate that commit message. I guess we kind of did that, but I'm going to adapt it. Because we already had created those systems. Lowercase t. Okay, there we go. The cool thing is that's great. All right, we have all these pending tests now. I kind of want to get the pending tests out of the way. And then we'll go back to finishing our population system probably. You've reached 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Dope. Created a little script for that personality. I used the following prompt. Write a commit message for this diff. Wait, hold on. Created a little script for that personality? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, personally. Oh, nice. Write a commit message for this diff. That's cool. What'd you create the script in? I thought you said personality. I was like, wait, you're creating, there's a whole personality around get commit messages. There kind of is, but it'd be funny. Okay. Yeah, we could delete this one again. I don't like the way I don't like its attitude on that one, to be honest. I did not appreciate the way it was speaking to me. Do you guys see that little congratulatory message, or is it just me? We've reached 100 messages today. Hooray! We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I wonder what I'm going to do for food, because I haven't eaten yet and I don't have any food at home. Ugh. I can't see what you typed. It's all stars. I think the chat automatically blocks like links or something. Sure. Okay, so one thing I want to make note of in our nation system models, we have a table name for all of these. Good. table name and associations. Great. Okay. So we could either start by, yes, let's do some dumb Go code. Oh, it doesn't let you paste code in here. That's annoying. Spec, model, nation systems. Like, what do we have tested and what don't we? Okay, so budget. Let's just look what we have tested here. Verify the purchase when there are sufficient funds. Okay, the budget's pretty good. Can I open that up on stream? Do you care? We have the economy spec. Economy does... Okay, so if we look at our original economy spec, that's just a GDP equation. Unfortunately, this is heavily dependent on the military and population. So we can't even test that yet. Budget government spec. What is the original government model? Oh yeah, ugh, this ugly ass piece of code. Sure. Let's see. Commit GPT go. Import. Function get diff. We're gonna do the command get diff dash cached. Okay, got some good error handling in there. Nice. Write a commit message for this diff. So this is the prompt. And then we are going to create the request to OpenAI using the OpenAI key. Client.create chat completion. Model OpenAI GPT-4. Messages. Content is the prompt. OpenAI chat message role user. Wait a second, where's our prompt? Oh, for this diff. And then I'm assuming this is a variable or something, this %s. Return string out. I don't know how that's connected. Anyway, little error handling. Review GPT go. And then we say get diff prompt. Oh, there we go. That's where we're putting it together. Okay. GPT. Cool. This is okay. Well, when I look at it this way, it's not so bad. So the first one was commit GPT. And what's review? Same thing, except can you do a code review? Nice. That's cool. Go is this says secret. I don't know what that means. That's pretty cool, dude. So actually hold on, go back here for a second. So where do you put this? How do you run this from your computer? Like where in your workflow does this exist? Is it an alias in your command prompt, like in your terminal? Or is it something in like VS Code or whatever you use? Or do you have to like open a program you wrote and then execute it there? I actually wrote oh, dude, you know what I did? Oh fuck, do I still have that? I do have an OpenAI. Want to see this OpenAI thingy I wrote? I wrote this in Python. What did I just open? It's gonna open. No, don't open in Xcode. Oh, dude, Xcode. Whenever Xcode just decides to open up, I'm just gonna open it in text edit. I run it from terminal. That's cool. Oh, all right. Well, there's my OpenAI key. All right, I'm gonna have to change that now. Of course, I just did that. I'm so paranoid about doing that every single day. And every time I stream. Oh, that's cool. I thought you screen grabbed my OpenAI key and just posted it there for a second. So I'm gonna have to just revoke that API key. Luckily, I don't really. Oh. Oh, API keys. Oh, that's right. Oh, dude, I forgot. I hooked one up to VectorBot. All right, so let me see which key that I just exposed like a fool. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. All right, I closed it. I closed it so fast that I don't even have. I have to reopen it. It's this one. Okay. I revoked the key, so you guys can no longer. The key is revoked. Let me just see if there's anything else sensitive in here before I share this. Oh, I used Text DaVinci because it was cheaper. I don't even remember what this code did. Oops. All right. Well, at least that key was partial. I have one that I'm using. Okay, so I did, this is in Python. I had some file. Don't open over there. Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't know what that was. And then it outputs to a file. Anyway, I had it basically. Oh, I remember now. All right. Okay, I remember. It was expensive, but I was sending it my entire BitNations repo. So I was feeding it a file, and that file was the entire GitHub repo for BitNations, so that I could ask. I was trying to create a little wrapper, if you will, where I can ask it any question I want about my code base. I was making my own Copilot, basically. It's really not that interesting. It didn't really go far. But the other thing I did, I still have this guy too. Hold on one sec. I should revoke them all. So a couple of years ago, I got this little guy, Vector, and I hacked him, hacked his firmware, and I connected him to ChatGPT. But I don't use him anymore. He's so annoying. They try to make him all cute, and it's literally like having an animal, and he's just like, well, how do I put it? Very annoying. Let me see if I can find a video. Oh yeah, here's a video. Hold on. All right. So can I get that on camera? Okay, check this out. What are 5 ideas for an automated AI business? It's funny. I don't think the audio picks up on the mic very well, but yeah, he worked. It was pretty cool. What did he? Yeah, he worked really well when he wasn't just running into walls. It is kind of cute. And that was using the OpenAI API and some, I guess, firmware or something. I don't remember how I did it. It was like a couple months ago. He is kind of cute, but he is annoying. Okay. Right. So, lost a little focus there for a second. Actually, today we've been making some good progress, which is great. Let me just run my spec real quick. think we already did this, but I run it constantly because probably not a great idea. Am I James on Discord? I don't know what my Discord username is. It's the one that's responding to you. The one that says that's wild. I should have the Big God Creator tag on my name should be like red. It hides on stream, it hides my username. That's why I can't even see it. Or it truncates it or whatever. Yeah. Alright, so oh yeah, this is such an ugly, horrible system for determining government types. This was first iteration. This code hasn't changed for 3 years. Since the game came out, this is pretty much the same code. Isn't that wild? I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing. Oh, we're in the wrong project file. Yeah, I probably will. That's usually what I do is I literally just copy a whole file and then send it to ChatGPT. That one I don't want to. Well, we're gonna see which one we're gonna work on here. We're just kind of going through the different models right now. The most important ones I need is in order to get like economy to go. How am I always in the spec file? My goodness sakes. To do, I'd love to do our GDP. It's like an uphill battle. We don't even have import exports, but we will. We have resource trading, so now we technically have import exports. We just need to track what you're trading, and we could implement import exports. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes I have these ideas like 6 months in the future of what this is going to look like, and it gets me overly excited, and then I can't focus. I have to remember I just have to chill out for a second. All right, so in order to do this, we most definitely, we're going to rewrite the way military works. We're going to completely rewrite it. The way the military works now is such a disaster. You don't even want to do that. But the only thing we do from when we look at military as it relates to here is just how much money are we spending on the military? And that's what goes into the government spending. But other than that, we just need to look at the population. Population.demographics.each. Of course, demographics is our classes, so to speak. I just closed it. I just closed the S code. Well, it's supposed to warn me when I hit Apple Q. It's Command Q. It's supposed to say, hey, wait, dude, are you sure? It's funny how it never does that. It just straight up closes. And then when I want to quit and I'm in a rush, it's like, are you sure? Nope, sorry, I'm not going to quit. Wow, $0 on military. That's impressive. How's that possible? Okay. So we're right back where we were last night, which is, yeah, we have to write our population stuff. And what we decided last night was, oh yeah, the population stat. What we decided last night was that we're not going to do everything top down like this. All right, I've been standing for 2 hours. This is one of the benefits of my new desk. Transformers. There we go. we don't really want to do this anymore. Is the thing, like, part of me doesn't even want to go there. Part of me just wants to. Besides, if we were to change population, okay. Well, we need to put population inside of nation systems, because that's where it belongs ultimately. So we're just gonna have to bite the bullet and do this. Okay. Which means we're gonna have to move our population spec into there. We're gonna have to say nation system population. I bet you this is gonna break so many things now. Yeah. Oh yeah, well, first of all, our factories are gonna have to change. I couldn't find a valid model for population association. All right, we have to change the association. Where does population fit into this? Oh, I guess right there. Why we didn't do this before? Because I was nervous about doing it, but now I realize it doesn't make a difference. We had to do it anyway. And we might as well have. Let me just restart the server because we haven't done that in a minute. All of our tests pass. Wow, amazing. That's why TDD is so great. We can make changes like that. Okay, so now that we have that, which ones are our pending tests? Economy, government. These tests are going to be pending for a while. Healthcare. What does healthcare even do? What is the healthcare model? It just determines how many people are sick. Great. Infrastructure is already tested. Investment just looks at your buildings. We write a validator for the purchase, and we could probably work on this next. Jot denialists, I feel that one. Everyone naively thinks jots are stateless, and then they finally implement revoking a token. Yeah, where did you see that? Down here somewhere, right? Up here. Yeah, I haven't used it yet because we're not quite there. We do have an API that works. Like, I can make some GET requests right now to this thing. We've been working solely on classes, like models, so we haven't, in the last few streams. But yeah, if I were to make a request here, our API is alive and well. I love Postman. And this is using, I actually don't even think I'm even using JOT tokens right now. I think it's just open for testing. Authentication is usually the last thing I build. It's like lean methodologies, like get everything working and then slap that authentication on top. Because sometimes if you're trying to work and authentication's giving you problems, you're just slowing yourself down. But a lot of time, but that's only when you're building fresh, like we are now. Okay. We might work on the investment system next. First of all, what? Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to investments and we're going to look at the default values, and they're already all set to 0. The only reason why this was here is because this was for nations that were like legacy nations, who were joining the game after like a year, but we don't really need that anymore. So we'll get rid of default values. Okay, so let's copy this over. Let's actually go to our actual investment. No. Let's go to our investment spec. And our investment. Validate purchase on update. We do want to keep that. These set default values. Where's that even being called? Nowhere. Oh, that was just so I could debug. Oh, yeah, that's right. Validations and then our enums. Okay, so for the purposes of sending this to ChatGPT, great. Now we're gonna go over to our ChatGPT. Let's just create a new chat. I think, oh, whoa, hold up. All right, at my previous job, we used Jot, had a security audit. They told us revoking was broken. I think you should destroy a nation after 2 months of inactivity. Maybe, but a lot of you guys are coming back after, you know, more time than that. I think what will happen is they'll go dormant. So they like they're like archived in a way until the user signs back in. Oh. Okay. All right. Like how it does the attempt purchase, prepare purchase components. This is way better. Here's a refactored version of your Ruby on Rails model investment. The refactoring focuses on improving readability, code organization, reducing complexity. Some specific changes include extracting methods to reduce the size of long methods, using guard clauses, and improving method naming for clarity. This is great. Believe it or not. No, this is great. Sufficient influence, sufficient funds, max units reached. Okay. Increment building quantity, save the transaction. Nice. Oh man, this is where ChatGPT really comes in handy. Okay, and paste. And we'll take our enums back. Can I just open up, what was it, budget? Table name. And this is going to be associations. It's going to be validations, enums. I don't need to label enums, but I do. Cool. We have one public method, which is validate the purchase. Return if the nation's at war and add war error. I found GTP does a better job if you use the word simplify instead of refactor. Really? Okay, let's try it. Let's compare that. I can edit my previous prompt, right? Let's say simplify. Simplify this. Did I spell that right? Simplify. Let's compare the responses. So we're going to attempt to purchase, prepare the purchase components. So this is where we get the land, treasury, resources, the building type. The investment manager class is building type. We don't have an investment manager yet. Where does that, oops. Where's investment manager going to live? I found, actually when I did that, try to simplify this code. Yeah, I think that's probably a better way. Simplify this code. Yeah. This is pretty similar. Let's see, define purchase. Oh yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Definitely different. Yeah, it does. Sometimes I like that, sometimes I don't. In this case, it did a pretty good job with this prompt because we still broke this down into verify money, verify influence, max units, sufficient funds and resources. I bet you this has that separated. Utility methods for validation. Max units reach, sufficient funds. Yeah, it has exactly. It has these two in separate methods, whereas here it has it in one. And it calls verify money, verify influence, and verify resources. I've used that convention before. Where's verify? Oh yeah. Interesting. I actually do kind of like that better. I think Ruby folks like lots of smaller functions. Yeah, they do. That's quote unquote, dry code or whatever. Return true if nation has influence building class. Let's see here. If you're at war, you can't validate. Okay, so this, we're actually getting rid of the war aspect of that. So we're gonna say go folks prefer the opposite. Yeah. So you just have like really long, like single methods that are really long in Go. Prepare purchase components. This is where we're going to get all the details of the transaction. We're going to break this into determine the building type. This is where we figure out what building it is. Building class. Return if max units reached. Current quantity. Building class, current quantity. Building type. Okay. So this is a good chunk. And then we have execute transaction, which is going to transact. I actually do like the way apply building effects, save transaction, increment building quantity. Where does it save the transaction? Interesting. This is not going to work though because we're saving before we increment. Oh, but it does this all on update. Yeah, so we'll save on update. We do break it down, but typically you won't find a lot of less than 5-line functions. That's reasonable. Yeah, this is so broken down. Sometimes when it breaks it down this much, it's a bit much. And then when we compare that to here, yeah, but the problem is now I like this one because I read it so much. I mean, I like how we're doing verify money, verify influence, verify resources. But I also like max units reached. think we'll stick to this one for now. So if I go back to response 1, this is how we test our code, by the way. Now write a spec test for this. Is it doing it for the correct output? It's not. That was silly. So, I mean, I changed it to output number 1, but it looks like it's actually, oh no, it is doing it for that one. Okay, good. What should I eat today? I'm probably gonna go to the store and get turkey. Which is conditions met, which is execute transaction, and then this is where we say sufficient funds, sufficient. The only thing is this doesn't return a message. Oh, it does return the message because the messages are in here. You already have the maximum amount of that. You do not have enough money. You do not have enough influence. You do not have enough resources. And we'll probably make these better to show you how much money you're short. You need X more influence. You need X more dollars. You need X more resources. In L future. A basic structure. I don't want a basic structure. I want you to do all the work for me. Oh well. Validate purchase when nation is at war. It adds an error. That's actually not a thing anymore. When nation is at peace, it purchases. Yeah, we actually got rid of all that. Oh, wait, we don't even need. I made a mistake. All right, we're gonna let it do this thing again. GPT is lazy, huh? Yeah. I don't blame it. I mean, I'm lazy. It literally just attempts validate purchase, attempt purchase. Literally just attempt purchase. Okay. Everything else is the same. So actually I did not need it to rewrite all of that. I feel bad for making it do that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it does a basics, yeah. Also, it's like all this chit chat in the beginning is taking up valuable code output. I should just tell it you could probably tell it like, hey, don't give me all this chit chat, just pure code, and it'd be better. Because it would leave more room for output of actual code. Alright, so we have the validations, validate a purchase, it attempts to purchase if conditions are met, allow investment to receive, attempt purchase, investment, validate purchase, expect. This isn't actually, oh god. This is gonna have other issues because we don't have any of this other stuff created yet. We don't need to test the enums. That's like a bit absurd. It defines the correct enums. I mean, there's no point of testing the enums, I don't think. Not for me. if I had other developers working on it, I would definitely test the enums, because if somebody came in here and this is like, oh wait, actually I'm going to change this to ports, it could break a lot of stuff. Okay, maybe we will test the enums. It belongs to a nation. Exactly. Those things okay. Let nation, let investment. When max units are not reached, so allow investment to receive max units in return. Interesting. Validation of any attributes. I don't think we have any. We don't have any validations of any attributes on that. We could make sure that the default values, but we don't need to do that. And then syntax error. Let's inspect 69. Oh, to match an array, right? We don't have anything in the array. Undefined method split for no class and undefined method split for no class. We're split. So where are you doing this? Determined, oh, investment 69. Wow, we had 2 errors in a row on line 69 in 2 different files. Yeah, so this split isn't going to work because, wait, investment type? Where's investment type coming from? Oh, right, it's getting the, whether it's a wonder, a site, or a building. Right? Determine building type. I love how it's like, you know, investment type. What are you talking about, investment type? Is that even a, where are you getting that from? Oh, investment type is a column. And it's nil. Because it just is right now, I guess. It's just nil. I think I'm gonna get pizza actually. I'm supposed to eat healthy, but I'm kind of thinking about getting pizza. Yeah, investment type is nil. Okay, not a big deal because we're gonna update that in our spec. Investment and validate purchase. Okay. Okay, let's just do. Let me look at that schema again. We have investment type. I don't remember what that's. Self.investment type. Building equals self.investment type. Okay. So that would just basically mean that I just put in a string of one of the things. In this case, it is actually a string. So let's test with Moonbase. This is still gonna fail because, well, we want this to fail. That's the point. We just want it to fail for the right reasons, which it is. Now we have to create our investment manager. That's where we want it to end up. And then that brings me to my next question. We need to go back to here. Question. We have now put nations, systems, and nations in a module. Nation system. For some of those systems, such as investment and population and others, we want to have another class like investment manager, population manager, and so on, where would it make sense to put these? A folder like managers? I don't know. Please advise. Please advice. Yeah. It's already almost 12. Oh god. Here it goes. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. Talk so much. Organizing a Rails application is a really important thing to do. Some people like that. It's like, okay, just tell me what I need to do. I don't need the whole. It sounds like a college kid trying to write enough words to pass the class in an essay. This makes me want to order biryani. What's biryani? Oh, I wish we had an Indian restaurant. Biryani does look good. I wish we had an Indian restaurant nearby. We only have a Thai restaurant, which isn't this. Okay, so what is this? At my old house, there was a really good Indian restaurant called Utsav. And my god, it was like, obviously, I'm white, so I'm gonna go with the chicken tikka masala every time. But my second choice was the coconut chicken curry. Oh my god, the coconut chicken curry was so good there. I would actually get the chicken tikka masala and the coconut chicken curry. I'd just eat them both, honestly. I'd have two, like each one of those is meant for like 2 or 3 people. So I'd have like a 6-person meal. I was back in the days. Creating a manager's directory. You can create a manager's directory under apps to store your manager classes. This directory would be specifically for classes that handle complex business logic, orchestration, or operations that don't neatly fit within the typical MVC framework. That's exactly what we need it for. Some method. Namespace consideration. That's what I want to consider. Since these manager classes are closely related to the nation system module, another approach could be to namespace them under nation system. I've thought about that. I'm gonna have to try biryani. I'm gonna have to look up wait, let's see if there's an Indian restaurant nearby. Now I want Indian food. Please be close. Let's see. How many stars? Ooh, this one looks good. 4 stars. Also 4 stars. 4 stars and $2 signs. Oh, this one doesn't have dollar signs on it. Okay, what sounds better to you? Naan and curry or Angara Indian Spice Grill? Angara India Spice Grill. Okay, first of all, Angara looks a little better, to be honest, in the pictures. They look the same. And they have a good looking naan bread. Oh, so do they. Okay, you know what? It's gonna be Angara India Spice Grill. That's where I'm going. Probably like right now, honestly. That's how hungry I am. In this case, investment manager might look like this. You can use these managers in your controllers, job services where you need them. Separate managers are keeps business logic separate from models, which is cleaner and adheres to the single responsibility principle. Namespace under nation groups all related classes under one name. I think I'm going to go with approach number 1. Okay, Godwell. I gotta eat because I'm hungry. So I'm going to end the stream now. And I'll probably be back after lunch. And I'm going to try biryani. Am I saying that right? All right. Dude, I'll see you later. Thanks.